All right, thanks, Dana. Well, there's controversy brewing in Arizona again after a bill was signed that would give married couples a tiebreaker preference for state adoptions. Now some gay advocates say it's discrimination. Joining us for a fair and balanced debate, Tony Perkins, president of the Family Research Council, and Bernard Whitman, spokesperson for the Faith in America. He also happens to be a gay father, and he's joining us here in studio as well. Nice to see both of you this morning. Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Bernard, let me start with you this morning. Some people are labeling this discrimination. Is it wrong to see it as anything other than discrimination, or is it right to see it as anything other than discrimination?
I don't see how you can actually characterize it as anything but discrimination, plain and simple. It's animus. It's fueled by religion-based bigotry, and the real tragedy here is not only does it harm gay and lesbian couples, but it harms the hundreds of thousands of children that are out there waiting to be adopted. I mean, Clayton, questions of adoption are best decided by parents and professionals, not by politicians or judges, and we have well over 100,000 kids in this country in the foster care system alone waiting to be adopted.
Tony, this is what was written by, or said this week by James Essex. He's the attorney with the ACLU who specializes in these issues. He says, this is a law based on stereotypes and cultural assumptions about gay people being bad for kids. The reality is the social scientists and psychologists who study this say there's no basis for those types of stereotypes at all. So why pick and choose which couples get children over another couple?
Well, let's be clear on what the law actually does. It says all things being equal, preference goes to a married couple, a mom and a dad. And the social science is quite clear on this. We have decades of social science that says that kids do best with a mom and a dad. And I think policymakers are right when we talk about putting children in the optimal environment. And that's exactly what they're doing here.
Social science backing this up. Is there cause for concern when you have, Bernard, when you have a gay couple versus a straight couple raising children? It seems to suggest, and other people claiming, that social science backs that up.
Tony, I've got to call you out on this. It is simply not true. Child welfare officials have testified contrary to what you just said. There have been dozens of studies that show that the home environments provided by gay and lesbian couples are every bit as strong and able to nurture and care for a child as those by straight couples.
Look,
and it is nothing but animus and religion-based bigotry. Tony, please let me finish. That is fueling this debate. It's just wrong.
You're absolutely. I'm sorry. You're wrong. The evidence. We have decades of research that show that the optimal environment for a child is with a mom and dad. Look, adoption is about the benefits of it that go to a child, the emotional and physical well-being of a child, not those who are doing the adopting. While benefits flow to both parties and to society as a whole, the focus is on the children, and that's what this policy does. Now, you're saying that there's evidence or there's studies that show that children growing up in same-sex households do the same. That's not true. This is very current information that's flowing for these, and there are studies on both sides. In fact, there's a clear study out of Australia that says kids do worse in these same-sex households.
Tony, let me give Bernard the final word here.
Susceptible to violence. So the evidence here is, I mean, it's so balanced in favor of children with a mom and a dad.
Tony, I got to tell you, it shocks me that on Easter Sunday, a conservative Christian such as yourself would be arguing against the most traditional structure we have in this country, which is marriage, and trying to deny loving families and ability to raise children. Children know when they are being loved.
Tony, the focus is on the child.
Tony, children know when they're being loved.
We got to leave it there, guys. We got to leave it there.
Build their ego.
Children know when they're being loved, and it's time that
this policy does.
It's time we stop using religion as a weapon in this country.
Gentlemen, we got to leave it there. Happy Easter to both of you. Hopefully we can agree on all of that. And let me know what you think about this subject. I'm Clayton Morris on Twitter. You can text me. Send me a tweet about that as well.